Hey guys, this is Cassandra, uh, aka Raven Hikari. I'm going to be doing the K-pop album tag, that was created by Random Me 2011. So I have a few of the questions that she had on her thing, and then I added a few extra ones. So this is my K-pop album tag in general. Okay, I've right now all is what you see is my basic K-pop album collection. Besides the two CDs that I have signed, those I put separately because I don't want them to get damaged or the signatures to erase. Okay, I'm going to start with the first question. The first question is the K-pop album in your collection that you listen to the most. Well, currently the album that I listen to the most would be this one. FD Island's a fifth album, I Will. And I have to say the reason why this is the most listened to album currently, mostly because honestly guys, this was the one of the best albums of 2015, and the Pray, which was their title track. Let's see if we can zoom in on here. Can you guys, there we go. Pray, their title track, was honestly the best title track, promotional track of 2015. It was just so awesome. And maybe a lot of you guys don't really know this about me, but I am a huge rock and metal fan. Growing up, I always my parents grew up in the era of the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, and Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and that. So I grew up listening to rock and metal music more than like pop or hip hop music. So FT Island was a real. So when FT Island came out with Pray, it was really amazing. I really liked it a lot. And so I had to buy it. So that is my currently most listened to. Like I bring this to me I like listen to it in the car almost every day. Okay. Okay, next question. Question 2. The K-pop album in your collection that you listen to the least. Okay, to be honest, the album that I listen to the least is Rain's Back to the Basic album. Really? I mean, I love Rain and I love this release. It has a lot of good songs. The only thing that I really have a problem with is that it's extremely hard to get into. Like, I can't even get into the CD just to, let's see. This is as far as it can go, guys, that I can do it with, see this? Yeah. So I've gotten it open, like, once before, and it's, like, incredibly hard to, like, open. So, sadly, that's why Rain's my least listened to album of my collection. So, I'll move on to question number 3. Okay. Question number 3 is favorite packaging of a K-pop album in your collection. I have to say my favorite packaging has to be JYJ's Just Us second full-length album. I mean, look at this packaging. This cover is so beautiful. Right here, actually, look. This is actually a magnet, so that's awesome. So then you open it up, and then you open it up. There's the title, the track list, and then the thing is, with this, it came with the photo book in the back and then the CD. I don't like the photo book, the CD being shown because in case of This is a very good hard plastic cover, but just in case it gets damaged or something, I don't want the CD to be scratched, so I put the photo book in front of it. But it is a beautiful CD. Packaging wise. And then, sorry, my knees just cracked. She just heard that pop. Then, to question number 4, what is your least favorite packaging? I'm gonna go with another JYJ thing, but not JYJ in general, but a member, Jaejoong's, I love Jaejoong. He's like ideally like the perfect man, but sorry, my hand got in the way. But his first full-length album, WWW, it's in a very nice golden box, but if you look closely, see that right there? Yeah. This is how it came, like, when I bought the CD, with all these creases. It's extremely hard to get into without damaging it anymore. I don't want to open it, and I think you've probably heard from other people saying that they don't like the CD because of the pages are looped, and they could have got a lot more pictures of Jaejoong in there, and like a lot more glorious pictures of Jaejoong. But hey, that's how they do it. But whatever. So question number 5 is your favorite colorful album in your K-pop collection. So I'm just gonna do the most colorful album in my K-pop collection, and not a lot of them. I mean, they're bright colored albums, but they're not like extremely colorful. And the most colorful one has to be this one. Super Junior's first album, Super Junior 05 with the twin. And look how colorful this is. This is like the whole rainbow splashed into one. And their gun. He looks so cute there. He still looked like a girl, but hey, he looks fabulous. Kaboom. She one actually looks good in this era. This is like during the era where I felt like Siwon was at his best looking, but that's just my opinion. Okay. And there it goes. Okay, question number 6. Best non-colorful, like black and white, very like basic black and white colors. So, I'm gonna say Beast Fact and Fiction album. Mostly because it's really like, it's very like, if you look at it like a certain angle, like, you can't even see this design. Like, I know in this video you actually can because of the lighting, but you can't really see it. And that's kind of cool. And plus, if you open it up, it's kind of like crazy because this is a CD, this is a photo book, and you can see that the members are upside down, but you don't even open up the photo book like that. You open it like this, and if you turn it around, like open it from the back side, that's where you would see like the tiger or bear or whatever it's called. And it's really cool. So that's cool. So that's why it's my favorite black and white album. So going on, for number 7 is if you own the album with your favorite K-pop song, which album is it? So one of my favorite K-pop songs has to be Super Junior It's You, since I am an elf, and I do own that album. I own the C version. And if we zoom in, and you can see Super Junior, its Skew is the third track. So I do own that. But it is a really cool album. Okay, question number 8. If you were in any situation where you had to get rid of all your K-pop CD, which album would you keep? So I know I really would like to keep this album since it's my rarest one. But honestly, I would go with one of my signed CDs, which is You Kiss Moments Ace Mini album. Why? Well, one, it's signed, and it's the last album that had AJ in it, and AJ is my favorite member. Well, AJ and Kevin are my favorite member, and honestly, we don't know if we're ever going to see another album with AJ in it. And we don't know whether or not, and since NH Media, the company that UKISS is under, is kind of in financial trouble, I don't know how long this is going to last. Like, how a lot of people who are fans of, like, After School and Newest, who are big Pledis fans, their CDs are kind of, like, limited. And this is why I would keep this one, because I don't know if I would ever be able to get it again. So, that would be UKISS's Moments for the one that I would keep. So number 9 is favorite random girl group. Well, since I only have one girl group right now because I don't have any 21 albums, it would be FX's Pink Tape. And it's the only FX album that I currently have. So, I really do like this album. It's one of my favorite FX's releases. I do really enjoy their song Airplane off of this. That's actually one of my favorites. So, okay, we're back. I'm sorry, I had to change position. I was starting to get uncomfortable. So we left off on favorite random girl group release that you own. And then next is favorite random guy group release that you own. My favorite random guy release has to be Infinite. Since it has to be, I got Infinite, and this is the only Infinite one that I own. So, I actually really do like the idea of this slipcover. And it says threefolded one, and you don't get those ones a lot anymore. But it's really good and has a lot of really good songs. I really did like the Last Romeo track. So. Okay, and then these are album, and those were like the 10 questions that Random Me came up with. I have a few more questions that I put in there, and okay, for question number 11, it is, what is your rarest album that you own? Well, the rarest album that I own is definitely Super Junior's second album, Korean version. I was lucky enough to buy this in like 2013 from a person on eBay who was selling a Korean version. Yes, it was expensive, but I really wanted it because my bias group is Super Junior, and I kind of need this to complete my Super Junior collection. It is no longer in print. I don't know why it is, because you can still find their first album in print, but you can't find their second. This is an amazing packaging style. The case is, the CD case, which is this right here, is actually made out of like more like DVD material, like how you would buy your DVDs, and then it has a cut home with a very nice photo book. And this is actually my favorite title track release is Don't. So, and just the main title track releases, not like repackages. And I could customize my cover, so I put Simon, who is my bias. Yes, I know he's married, but he still is my bias. He's still my favorite. The only thing that I don't like about this era is that Kyuhyun's hair was blonde, and he doesn't look good as a blonde. Like, he should never go back. And I think most elves, and especially Kyuhyun's bias, elves would agree with me on that. Okay, so next question is favorite rookie album. So it's like a few weeks into 2016, and I'm doing a rookie album from 2014. I mean, not 2014, 2015. And because I don't feel right because like there is no rookies of 2016 yet, well, that I'm aware of. So my favorite rookie of 2015 is N-Flying, without a doubt. N-Flying. Well, first of all, they're from FNC, who are usually, besides AOA, are known for playing more like actual instrument playing people, like FT Island and CN Blue are from the same company. And I have to say, I really was impressed there with their debut. N-Flying was one of only 2 rookie groups that actually really impressed me this year. The only other one was Monster X, but I don't have any of Monster X stuff. And they impressed me with their debut, but I just I wasn't sure about them still. And plus, N-Flying, all their members are older than me, and I am from Monster X is younger than me, so it's kind of like, oh, yeah. And plus, Hwanjin, this member right here, you kind of can't see him because of the signature. He is my favorite, and little known fact, he actually was supposed to debut with CN Blue as their bass player. So that's cool. But he is also my bias, and I got his photo card with this as well. Okay, last question is a K-pop album recommendation. And I would have to say the album that I would recommend the most would probably be BAP's first full-length album, First Sensibility. I absolutely love this album, and I actually really do like BAP despite Vel being younger than me. But the tracks are amazing. Personally, Bang 2 and Save Me are personally one of my favorites, mostly because they are more rock sounding. But it is an awesome album. If I can, like, if you open it, you get a nice photo book, a nice decent sized photo book. Look at this. It's very nice size. Then you get a photo card, nice size photo card. Of course, I was lucky enough to get my bias Him-chan. He's so cute. And despite this being one of my favorite releases by BAP, I hated the music video because, well, you know what happened to Him-chan. And then the album is a picture of the Earth. The CD is a picture of the Earth. So that's really cool. So sorry, I'm trying to get back in there. And there we go. So, and then all the rest of the albums that I have that didn't make on the list, I'll just tell them you by descending order. So I have B2B's first full-length album complete. I really do like this album. It was one of like 3 albums that I bought from 2015. No, 4 albums. B2B's FT Island, N-Flying, and course, Super Junior. I have all Super Junior's like main releases except for You, which is album releases of one version or not. This is a really big one that you can probably see is their Sexy Free and Single version. And then I have Mamacita B version. So you can kind of see their Devil. And then I have the Bonamana. Sorry. Mr. Simple B version. Don't. And 05. And then if we can zoom in a little bit, you can see that in between Rain's Back to the Basic and Beast's Fiction and Fact is M Black's full-length album. This is actually really hard to find for cheap price nowadays, mostly because full-length album at J-Tune camps go like you can find like all their like mini albums like no problem, but their full-length albums for some reason you can't really find it, and if you do, they're usually at a very high price. Like, and the cheapest one that I found for that very one was at like $45, and that's without shipping. I paid this one in 2000, I want to say 12. Yeah, I got it a year after it was supposed to be released, 2012, for I want to say $15 including shipping. I lost the slipcover for it, but yeah. That's all and this has been my K-pop